Hi everyone. Okay, I've got to get my lighting straight so that you guys can see me. And I have got to get my volume straight. And then, last but not least, I have got to get my focus straight. Hey guys, it's me, Tamika Isaac Devine, your work-life integration strategist, leadership mentor, and founder of the Possibilities Institute, where I work primarily with women leaders and moms to help them discover their leadership possibility, maximize their potential, and live a life that leaves a legacy. And I'm sorry, I'm getting this straight. I'm sorry. There you go. Alrighty. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit late and had some little issues getting myself focused in here and straight up. But thank you guys for joining me. I'm glad you're here. Hey, it feels like it's been a long time since I've talked to you guys, but it's only been a week. I was with you last Sunday, but so much has happened this week. It feels like a long time. But it's great to see you guys. Hi, everyone. Make sure when you get in, you chime in and tell me who's here and say hello. But it is great to have you guys with me. I wanted to bring you my regular Success Sunday message. For those of you who might be new to joining these Sunday evening messages or new to me, I've already introduced myself and who I am. But pretty much what the Success Sunday message is, every Sunday evening around about 7:30, usually try and be 7:30 on the dot, but sometimes like this week, I'm a little bit late. But around 7:30, I will hop on for a very brief message of a success strategy that will help encourage you, maybe help you plan through your week and get some things done. So I'm glad. Hey, Tay, good to see you. So I'm glad you guys are joining me. And of course, as always, if you feel like somebody that in your circle or some of your friends can benefit from this message, please feel free to share this message. I love to interact and engage with new folks and let new folks know who I am and what I do. But anyway, I've already introduced myself and said what I do and what the Success Sunday message is. So I'm not going to keep you very long. I'm just going to jump into my message. And as you can tell from the title, today's message is the importance of having importance of having support for your goals from those people who really matter, and how to enlist that support if you don't have it. And I'm going to tell you guys the reason that I decided that this would be the message for this week. And I kind of alluded to it a little bit last week because I was excited because I thought this would be my message, but I've gotten confirmation a lot over this week that this should be my message this week for you. But my husband and I, Jamie, just got back, and that's really kind of why I'm a little frazzled this afternoon, because we got in a little bit late and then had to pick up kids and then get them fed and ready and just kind of settled. But we traveled this weekend. We were honored to be presenters at a marriage conference in Arlington, Virginia. In the DMV, we were at the Renew and Revitalize a Breakthrough Marriage Conference, and it is an annual event that happens every February. So those of you married couples out there, if you are interested in a dynamic marriage conference, please consider Googling Renew and Revitalize Marriage Conference and check it out. It is a fabulous event. We were really blessed by being able to present at this conference and being able to share some tidbits of information, some nuggets with some folks, and then also hear the other presenters and just be around a lot of really fabulous couples. So it was a really great weekend, but we're just getting back home and having to get ready for the work week. But I'll tell you that Jamie and I, our presentation this weekend was kind of one of our signature talks. I talk about it all the time. With the Possibilities Institute, I am a public speaker and a coach and consultant, and so I do a lot of speaking on my own. Jamie also does a lot of speaking. He's asked to speak at a lot of different things, but one of the things we really want to do with the Possibilities Institute is to speak together as a couple. It allows us, I'm Miss Work-Life Integration. I am a work-life integration strategist, so I kind of find ways that I can integrate work and life. And so taking the public speaking to another level and speaking with my husband is really great because we get to travel together, we get to impart knowledge on people together, and we get to work together. So it's really a lot of fun, and I enjoy that. So, but anyway, one of our signature topics that we talk about when we go around and speak at marriage conferences or different retreats is called How to Keep the Home Fires Burning While Blazing Professional Trails. And in essence, it is a work-life integration talk for couples. We talk about how do you do well, excel professionally in your career, like I talk about with you guys every Sunday, and I talk about with my clients. How do you really keep your career going and move forward? But how do you also integrate, your personal life? For us, we're talking about how do you stay true to your marriage? How, with busy schedules, you continue to date your spouse and just work on your marriage and that kind of stuff. So that's what we talked about this weekend with the couples who were there at the Renew and Revitalize Breakthrough Marriage Conference, and it was a fabulous event. But one of the tips that we give people, and is what, hey, Shandell, good to see you. One of the tips that we give people, and I wanted to share with you guys, and I've mentioned this a little bit, but I'm not dug really deep in it. And I probably will dig even deeper than I am tonight. I'm thinking about maybe doing a webinar on this topic because it comes up so much in my coaching as I'm working with professional women when I talk to them about different goals and trying new things and stretching themselves outside their comfort zone, etc. Sometimes I hear a response that, well, hey, Renee, good to see you. Sometimes I hear a response that, well, I would, but my husband is not real supportive, or my boyfriend just really doesn't think I should do that. And so I get that a lot from my clients. And then this weekend we talked about, that was one of the tips we gave people about supporting each other's goals as a couple and how you do that. And I heard from several of the couples who were there. These are couples who were at a marriage conference together. So, these are people who, they're at least working together and doing some things together. But I heard from some of the wives, and Jamie heard from some of the husbands, kind of some of similar things, about how sometimes they feel it hard to engage their spouse in their goals or believing in their goals or helping them. And so it really confirmed to me that this is the message I need to bring to you guys this evening. And so my message again is about how do you why is it important? The importance of having support of your goals from the people who really matter, and how do you enlist that support? And so for those of you who are just joining, hey, good to see you guys. So what I want to tell you first about, I can't stress how important it is that if you've got goals, if you've got dreams, if you've got things that you're aspiring to do, it is so important that you have support from people in your life, the people in your life who really matter to you, your significant other, your spouse, your children, your parents, your siblings if you're really close with your siblings. But it's really, really important that your core group, it's great to have your friends, your girlfriends, whoever supporting you, and you do want that. And you want people in your circle. And I've talked about that before, and I'm not going to get into that. It's really important to have a circle of friends that supports you and can be your accountability partners and all that kind of stuff. But I'm really talking about the people that are intimately close to you, the people that are in your life forever, good or bad. And most importantly, your spouse or your significant other or your life partner or, your boyfriend, because you don't want to be dating somebody who's not supportive, because if they're not supportive when you're dating, they're not going to be supportive when you're married. And so it is really, really important, because if you have somebody who is your partner and they are supportive of your goals and they understand your dreams and they believe in you, and as you were saying, I want to, and I always tell people, create the biggest, baddest dream possible and go up for it. So, if I threw out there, I'm not saying I want to do this, but say I said, I want to have my own TV show. I love doing my Facebook Lives, but I'd love to be, on Watch Fox or WIS or something. And I want to get my own talk show where I can talk to women and, and take my coaching to another level. if I put that as my goal, if I put that on my vision board or had it as a dream or whatever, the worst thing to do is to come home and Jamie to say, really, Tamika, that's stupid. Or you can't do that. Or that's ridiculous. I mean, because that kills my spirit. It kills my dreams and it kills my goals. And so you want to have a partner who believes in you, who understands how important it is to support your goals. And so for you, if you're going to be successful and you're going to achieve your goals, it's important that you have that person who is supportive. So, okay, I've already said that part. So then the question becomes, and what I got from some of the couples yesterday is, okay, so what if you have somebody who's not supportive? I mean, you're not going to divorce your spouse because they haven't been supportive of your goals. So the question is, how do you get them to be supportive? I want Renee, you do. But how do you get them to be supportive? If you have somebody who's really not that supportive for you, how do you get them to be supportive? And so I just want to share with you three. I know I like my little threes. 3 tips or strategies or suggestions to you on how do you get your partner to be supportive of your dreams and goals, okay? So number 1, first of all, share them with them. If you are not constantly sharing your dreams and your goals with your partner, then how can they support it if you haven't shared it with them, if they don't know what your goals are? And so if you have been watching me for a while, and I know some of you have been, hopefully in January you did a vision board, because I talked a lot about vision boards. I talked a lot about writing out your goals and mapping out what you want to do for 2018. So hopefully you've done that. And so I hope that you have shared that with your spouse, with your partner, with your boyfriend, whoever it is. And if you haven't, that's what I'm telling you right now. That is my first suggestion to you. My first tip or strategy to you is share with them your goals. Sit down with them, whether it is over coffee, over dinner, while y'all about to go to bed one night, whatever. You need to take some time, and you need to share with them your goals and say, hey baby, I realize I've never shared with you what my goals are, what my New Year's resolutions were, or whatever, what I want to do for 2018. Hey, Galinda. And so I want you to sit down and share that with them. You need to share your goals with them and give them the opportunity to give you some feedback. And I'm going to tell you, I hope that it's positive. I am knocking out some of my vision board goals this year. Great, Chandel. You and I are going to talk soon too. But I want you guys to really, if you haven't shared it with them, share that with them. And hopefully they're going to be supportive. If they're not supportive, then I need you to be honest with them and let them know that you really need their support. You don't have to say it in a nagging way, in a mean way, in a, resentful way, because what they said might have hurt your feelings, but you need to be honest and very clear with them and say, hey, babe, I need you to be supportive of my goals. This is something I really want to do in 2018, but in order for me to be successful at it, it's going to be helpful to have you in my corner, cheering me on, holding me accountable, pushing me, whatever it is. And so your strategy number 1, tip number 1, suggestion number 1, whatever you want to call it, is share your goals with your partner. So that's number 1. Number 2, as you share your goals with them, talk to them about what kind of support you need from them, how they can be supportive for you, whether it is, if your goal, and I'll share one of my goals for 2017 was to get my insurance license. I mentioned that to you guys. So I had to study really hard for a week because I have many full-time jobs, y'all know, and I was balancing a lot of things, and so I didn't have really a lot of time. I wanted to do it before the end of the year, and so I took the class. I wanted to, and I had to study for a week before I took the test. So studying for the week meant that at night, I couldn't necessarily be cooking dinner every night, and I couldn't be here, doing things that I wanted to do with the kids. The way I needed support was I needed Jamie to take the responsibilities of the home for the evening for that 1 week. And so he did that. He was like, baby, how can I help you? How can I support you? And I was like, this is what I need. I know the girls are going to want to do this. I know Jameson's going to need this. I need you to help me. And so he did. And so even when Jade would say, Mommy, I need you to do X, Y, and Z, he'd come and get her. He said, Babe, I know you want Mommy to do it, but let me do it. Can Daddy do it for you? Because Mommy needs to study. And so it was real. He was just very supportive, very helpful. So that is tip number 2 is you need to share with your spouse how they can be supportive. The reason they might not be supportive right now is because they don't know how to support you, what kind of support you need, what would be helpful to you to help you get your goals. So if it is, trying to get a license and you have to study for a test, they might end up quizzing you one night. That could be support. It might be, like Jamie's support of me, watching the kids so that you can study. If your goal is to start your own business, it might be for them to, help you research, the types of businesses you want to, or, help you with accounting or whatever it is. You need to identify specific things. And I say specific things. Don't leave it up to them, because they might think just saying, hey, yeah, that's a good idea. They might think that's supportive for you. But they don't know that support might mean doing some very concrete things. So you need to come up with very specific ways that they can support you and then communicate that with them. So number 1 was share your goals with your partner. Number 2 was share with them very specific ways in which they can support you in achieving those goals. And then number 3 is to serve as your accountability partner. I talk to you guys all the time about how having accountability partners is really important. And I have lots of accountability partners. I have accountability partners for my weight loss. I have accountability partners for my revenue projection goals. I have accountability partners for eating well. I mean, just all kinds of things. And so it depends on kind of where people's skill sets are. But Jamie is really my accountability partner on a lot of things, because he knows, he's here with me all the time. He knows me, and he's really truly my best friend. So it is very important for your spouse to help you as an accountability partner as well, because they're going to see you every day. They see you morning and night every day. Whoever that person is to you, you need to make sure that they know how they can be an accountability partner. And so an accountability partner would be checking in with them weekly. So on Sunday evenings, that's when we check in our family. But on even on Fridays, Jamie will say, okay, you said you were going to do X, Y, and Z this week. Did you do it? How'd it go? What, whatever. So I know he's going to ask me. So I want to be able to have some kind of report for him. So having that accountability partner, the person that is going to check in with me every single week, but not just check in with me every week. But the great part about your spouse being your accountability partner is somebody you sleep with every night. They see you every single night. So they can always, if you don't want to go to bed every night saying, oh, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I know I was supposed to do it, but it didn't get done. Then, you're going to really feel bad after a while. So it's really good for a spouse to be an accountability partner. So those are the 3 ways that you can help enlist your spouse or your significant other or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whoever that important person is to you. And I share this, and I'm talking about, I keep saying spouse or whatever. For those of you who might not be married, some of you who might not be dating, that person can be your parent. It can be your, older teenage or adult child. It could be your sister or your brother or somebody as well. But it is very important that you have that person that is your cheerleader, is there for you, ride or die, cheering you on, supporting your goals, helping push you. And then those 3 things are ways that you can help enlist them to be the best support that you could ever need. Okay. So hopefully, guys, this was helpful to you. I know I zoomed through it as always, but I never want to keep you guys really long on Sunday evenings, just because I know everybody's getting ready for the work week. They've got a lot going on. Hey, Jasmine, good to see you. I know that you and I are supposed to be connecting. So hopefully we'll get to do that soon. Hello, Pamela. Good to see you. Chandel, I'm so proud of everything that you are doing. You take these Sunday night messages and you knock them out the park, and you're really working on your goals, and I'm really proud of everything that you're doing.